Another week in real estate that was a little bit different. Started off right away, right back at it with the gun club, trying to get some answers from the city, trying to get some answers from the Chief Firearms Office of Ontario, calling these people. I think I had calls or emails exchanged with them just about every day of the week, just trying to find anything that'll help me price out a gun club. Pricing out houses is one thing because you've got hundreds of them to choose from and try and pick your matches. The gun club, when I did talk to the Chief Firearms Office, she didn't even think of one that has sold in her time being there, which I think was about 15 years. So sold data, not something that was available. So it was a matter of pricing out how much do I think this process is going to be worth, how much do I think the zoning is going to be worth, and how much potential do I think somebody has with this gun club in starting up a business with it and creating the gun club that they want to create. So it was a lot different than pricing out something that I'm used to pricing out, something normal. So this was kind of way out there in left field, and that's fun. That's what's good about real estate, is it's never the same, especially in cases like this. After that, comparative market analysis for 3 different homes. We've got out in Wainfleet, we've got Port Colborne, and another one in Welland. Port Colborne, I'm hoping, is listed this week. We've got a couple things to iron out as far as prices go. So I did the full comparative market analysis. They appreciated the depth of it, but they had a couple questions on the numbers, and we might possibly try something with that, depending on what the market has on the market that they'd be competing with. So that could change right up to list day, which is standard. So we've got that going. There's a potential for 2 listings next week off of these comparative market analysis, and then the other ones we're not sure. I still have 3 comparative market analysis ongoing, which is always good. Keeps your perspectives and your information on the market active, relevant, because you're always working on it. You're always looking at solds, you're always looking at the up-to-date data on the market. So it's good to have all these comparative market analysis on the go at all times. A little bit closer to the house this time because it's windy out. I'm trying to block some wind. Again, yeah, same thing. Week of comparative market analysis and all different types of properties. We've got some acreage on one property and the house needs some love. We've got another one that doesn't need anything. They just redid the kitchen, redid a lot, all new floors. So that one is really nice, ready to go, ready for a new family to come in, turn the key and walk right in, it's theirs. So kind of all over the place as far as that. After that, again, more first-time buyer showings. We're getting them in, getting them active, helping them find out what they like in a home. For me, with first-time buyers, I think it's good that you see multiple homes before you pull the trigger on something, just because I don't feel you really know what you want, number one, or what you can buy, number two, as a first-time buyer. So you want to be able to get out there and see more things on the market, because this is all new to you. You're looking for your first house, and it's going to be a little bit different than whether you rented before, where you lived at home, whether you're away at school. It's going to be a lot different. You're owning this house, so there's a lot more to take into consideration. So we take our time, and the first-time home buyers that I'm working with are all good with that. They're on the same game plan as me, so it's fun working with them and seeing their excitement of potentially getting themselves a new home. And now we're coming into the long weekend, and I have a comparative market analysis that I want to try and finish today or tomorrow, just so I can get that one done and bring it over to the potential sellers so they can at least get a good look at their numbers and see what they'd be looking at. Hopefully have a little bit of a break on the weekend, get some nice Thanksgiving foods. Oh, what else happened this week in real estate? It wasn't nothing too crazy. Oh, well, the other one thing that was actually good I learned a little bit more about the back end. So I did have a couple properties close, and going back through the paperwork, the documentation, there was something that we can actually change to make the closing more efficient. So the one thing that we do at our brokerage that I have not seen or heard of elsewhere is everything paperwork wise is done in one location. All of the money passes through, all of the paperwork passes through, it's all together, which is very easy, very efficient, but we're almost like the guinea pigs using it right now. There's not a whole lot of information on things, and the support system that is supposed to be there to help you use this, set it up if you have issues, to troubleshoot them, they're obviously not the best. Sometimes it takes a day and a half, 2 days to get a hold of them. So we did actually iron out a couple things regarding the paperwork, regarding the processing on this program. So that was good. Always nice to learn some of that, and that's something that I really appreciate the brokerage where I'm at, is we have something that the other brokerages aren't using. We have something that we're really trying out, and hopefully this becomes standardized everywhere, because it is much more efficient. It's a lot better than what I was doing before, but obviously being a brokerage of 3 people, it's a lot easier to use these processes, whereas if you have a lot of them, well, you're gonna have to be teaching some people that aren't so tech savvy how to use this whole online program. So we're kind of the guinea pigs, but it's really fun to learn, and that's a good part about real estate, is the software and the programming you're using for everything, whether it's finding houses or your paperwork processing, all of it is always changing. It's ever changing, and it's fun to go through that. So that was another piece last week in real estate that we've learned. But now it's time. I'm going to go try and crunch out this comparative market analysis and get started on another week with hopefully 2 listings to tell you about in next week's video.